Ciao ragazzi, I'm Danilo and welcome back to another video. Yes, today's video is dedicated to one of the biggest guitar heroes ever, David Gilmour. We are going to check out the top 5 guitar solos from his career with Pink Floyd. I know, a list of 200 solos would be more appropriate because it's almost impossible to pick only 5, but a 2 weeks long video is not very easy to make or to watch. The solos I chose are a mix of the most iconic ones and the ones that most represent Gilmour playing style, which means melodic phrasing, iconic bends and vibratos, and the emotional impact that these solos have. To record these solos, I'm gonna use this, the Harley Benton ST62MN, a black strat, maple neck, single coil. Sounds familiar? I made a video where I tried Harley Benton for the first time like a month ago and I really enjoyed it, so I wanted to try something even cheaper than that. This strat is only 151 euros. I have no idea how it's possible, but here it is. You're going to hear it really soon, so you can tell me how it sounds. There's a link down in the description below if you want to read all the specs of this guitar, but now, without further ado, let's get into the first solo of the day. At position number 5 we have Money. Let's start with a classic. Such a fun solo to play. A cool thing about this solo is also the fact that it was double tracked on the record, so played twice with different tones, one on the left and one on the right. It may seem nothing special, but remember that this song came out in '73, so Gilmour was already way ahead of his time. Coming at number 4, we have the first solo of the day that will test your bending skills. Time. This is also from 1973, from the Dark Side of the Moon record, and what can I say? Super melodic, every note at the right place, an incredible feeling. Most of the solo is based over the F-sharp minor pentatonic scale, so nothing too complicated, but still, he was able to create such a powerful solo. Lower spot of the podium, at number 3, there's one of my personal favorite one, Another Brick in the Wall, Part 2. Now we are getting to the real David Gilmour bendings. This solo will really put your fingertips to the test. The tone is also just incredible. It was recorded with a Gibson Les Paul Gold Top with P90s pickup straight into the mixing board of the studio, and it was heavily compressed. Someone says that the signal was then fed through a Mesa Boogie amp and then back into the mixing board. I am not completely sure about this last part, but in any case the result is...
Legend? Wait for it. Dairy! Legendary!
At number 2, we have probably one of the easiest solo from David Gilmour, but one of the most epic ones, in the literal sense. I'm talking about Shine On You, Crazy Diamond. The famous 3-note riffs that made everyone lose their mind in '74. Playing the notes of this solo won't be a big problem, but playing them with that timing and that feeling, well, let's see about that. Before getting into position number 1, here are some honorable mentions that of course I did not forget about, like Mother, Pigs, Coming Back to Life, and of course, Wish You Were Here. And now, not only the king of David Gilmour solos, but the one that's considered to be the king of all guitar solos in the history. At position number 1, we have Comfortably Numb. I still believe that this solo sounds incredibly good and epic because of the song. The song itself, it's so beautiful and creates such an epic atmosphere with this climax into the guitar solo that almost anything Gilmour could have played would have been awesome. And we can see that from the fact that when he changes it live and adds different notes to it, it still sounds incredible. Of course, this is also because it's him playing it. In any case, I believe this is the solo that best captures the essence of Gilmour's style, and even today, more than 40 years after this solo was recorded, it still manages to move us with every listen. And that was it. What is the best David Gilmour solo, in your opinion? And also, what do you think of the sound of this Harley Benton ST62? I mean, it's now the second time in a row that I get really impressed with the quality of these instruments. I don't know how they managed to do guitars this good for this price, but I'm glad they do. As always, you can find the link to the gear I used to record this video down in the description below. Okay, and that was it for today's video. Again, I hope you did enjoy it, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ciao!